Imagine looking down at your hand. You press your index finger, and suddenly a meter-long, brightly colored snake slides out from under your skin. You wake up in a cold sweat. What is the very first thing you do? You grab your phone and type, "dream pulling snake from finger." We are hardwired to look for immediate answers, treating bizarre dreams like a code we can crack by searching for a single, isolated symbol. Usually, that search leads to a modern dream dictionary, often falsely attributed to the classical scholar Ibn Sirin. These paperbacks flatten centuries of complex Islamic scholarship into a simple index. You look up snake, it says enemy, and suddenly you are suspicious of everyone at work. But in Islamic theology, this is a heavy subject. The Prophet Muhammad described true dreams as a fraction of prophethood. It is a recognized, valid science, which means it requires rigorous methodology. If you try to decode a dream by just matching symbols to a list, you abandon that methodology entirely. You cross the line from serious scholarship into forbidden fortune-telling. To actually interpret a dream, classical scholars apply a strict filtration system before they even try to decode a single symbol. Every dream must be sorted into one of 3 prophetic classifications. The first category is Hadith al-Nafs, literally the discourse of the soul. This is your brain processing the day's anxieties, a chaotic mass of psychological residue tumbling through your subconscious. The second category is the Hulm. This is a satanic nightmare, an image designed purely to induce grief and fear. If a dream hits this specific category, the prophetic protocol is strict. You wake up, spit dryly to your left 3 times, seek refuge in God, and tell absolutely no one. You lock it away. The only dreams that make it through this filter belong to the third category, the Ru'ya, or the true divine vision. The vast majority of what we experience at night is simply noise to be discarded. A trained interpreter only pays attention to the filtered Ru'ya. Once a dream is confirmed as a Ru'ya, the real work begins. Classical schools rely on universal rules, or qawaid, rather than just looking up isolated symbols, known as ramuz. The most important rule is context. The exact same symbol will yield completely different meanings depending on the personal reality of the person sleeping. Take the woman from the beginning, pulling snakes from her finger. When she brought this to a trained interpreter, he didn't tell her she had colorful enemies. By analyzing her specific background, he diagnosed severe obsessive-compulsive anxiety regarding her religious worship. The snakes represented her own suffocating doubts. Compare that to another actual case study. A dreamer sees a pristine white car rolling out of the dark, its headlights glowing like 2 full, brilliant moons. You won't find a Mercedes in a 9th century dream dictionary, but the rules apply. The dreamer was a married woman with children. Based on her specific life variables, the interpreter applied the rules of beauty and light to deliver the glad tidings of a new pregnancy. A true interpreter is not a psychic reading tea leaves. They are a diagnostician applying a strict analytical formula to human variables. Even with a perfect formula, the discipline has a hard epistemological boundary. In Islamic theology, dream interpretation is zani, meaning conjectural and subjective. It is never qati or definitive. This is why mainstream scholars, like Sheikh al-Fawzan, issue strict warnings against the modern obsession with dream interpreters. People elevate dreams to a level of certainty they simply do not possess. We see the absolute limits of this discipline clearly against the established foundations of Islamic law. A dream can never dictate jurisprudence. It cannot be used to condemn another person, and it absolutely cannot predict the future with certainty. Anyone claiming absolute knowledge of the unseen or using numerology to extract precise dates from a dream is a charlatan crossing a dangerous theological line. So how should you interact with your dreams? If you see something terrifying, remember the filter. It is harmless, powerless noise. Ignore it. If you see something beautiful, treat it as a breeze of spiritual optimism. It's a gentle reminder to stay the course. Dreams are a fascinating tool for personal reflection, but true peace of mind comes from relying on the Creator, rather than obsessing over the creations of your own subconscious mind.